All right, this is the quick tutorial on searching the electronic databases. So we're going to click on the tab for Articles and Databases on the Rebecca Crown Library site. Again, the URL is www.dom.edu/library up here at the top. All right, so I'm going to click on Articles and Databases. There's a general search box which searches the EBSCO database Academic Search Complete. There's also an option to select databases. I'm going to recommend that you select databases, so go ahead and click on title or subject. And this opens up all of the databases that are available through Dominican University. There are 191 databases. There's an A to Z list, Academic Search Complete being the first one. And then there are a couple different ways to search. You can search by subject. If you scroll down, there is one for Library and Information Science, which is helpful. Or you can search using database types. This is nice if you're looking for biography databases, for example, or reference databases. Usually the easiest way is to search by the title of the database you're looking for. So we're going to look at Academic Search Complete, but I wanted to take you in just so you could see the different list of resources. There are other databases that are helpful for Library and Information Science. We'll go ahead and click on all subjects and scroll down. So you can see Academic Search Complete. This is a great general database. That's the one that we're going to use to start with. But this also has a list of 42 databases for LAS type of resources. Another one that's really good for this particular subject, I'm going to scroll through, sorry, I know it's a little dizzying, is Library and Information Science Source. And that's one that will come up as we're going through the semester. So I'm going to go back to the top. Let's click on Academic Search Complete. If you haven't logged in from off campus at this point, you'd be asked to log in with your IDU login and password. It's the same one that you use to get into Canvas, and that is how they know that only Dominican University staff, students, and faculty are using the resources. So right now we're searching Academic Search Complete. You can see it says specific databases, and then if you click Show All, it'll tell you what you're searching. This is a pretty standard interface for EBSCO. EBSCO is the name of the provider, so EBSCOhost. There's some limits on this homepage. You can also set limits once you've done a search. It always defaults to the advanced search here within Academic Search Complete, and that's going to give you this Boolean search. So that gives you the and or a not, which we'll talk about at another time. If you want to select a field, you can search for a specific title, author, something else you might want to use is like the name of a journal, that type of thing. So that can be helpful. Right now, let's just search for stuff on, let's say, reference services. And even though this isn't a library database per se, we should get some results on reference services. We do. We get 54,000 results. Most of these are going to be full text, but there is a limiter to search only full text results. So I'm going to go ahead and click full text. And you can see that's about half of the results have now been eliminated, so that gives us about 28,000. As I scroll through, you'll see you get the title of the article and then some bibliographic information, the authors, the title of the publication. So this is International Journal of Library and Information Services, publication date, volume, issue, page numbers, number of pages, and the DOI, which is what is it called? Direct Object Index number. So that's sort of the unique identifier for this particular record. If we want more detailed information, we can click on the title of the article, and that brings us even more bibliographic information and the abstract, so we can see what the article is about. These are just some of the graphs that are included. They're captured as images. To get the full text, you click on the PDF, and that's going to open it up in the reader. So it's a 15-page article. It's a pretty standard academic type article. You can read it online, or within this page you can print, email, save to folder, cite, and export. Another link that's helpful is this little chain link. That's a permalink. So that if you copy and paste that link, it'll send you a link that's stable. That is, it won't expire. It'll send you through Dominican's resources so that it knows to have you log in and access that resource. Let's see. If you want to cite, the little cite page, this piece of paper one, will pull up the citations in a variety of different styles. Scroll through the list, you can see it has everything formatted for you. There are sometimes some weird goofs in these. Something will be in all caps or odd punctuation, but for the most part, this is a good citation. You can copy and paste this into a document and then make any edits that you need to do, any of the other formatting you would need to do for your citation styles. If we go back to the result list, there is also the option to add things to a folder. So if you find something that looks interesting, you can just click on that plus symbol, flag it, and you can come back and email it to yourself in a couple minutes. I'm going to click on a few more of these in the folder option, and I'm just really randomly picking some articles, so let's do this one too. All right, so these will stay in the folder. The folder is available up at the top in the menu bar. These will stay in this folder until I close the browser. If in order to get these articles to myself saved in some way, I have to email them or download them or whatever. But I can continue searching. I can change my search. So let's say instead of reference services, I want to search for public services. And that's pretty broad, so I'm going to do public services and libraries. So that gives me 16,000 results, still limited to full text. And there's a couple here in Spanish. Let's see if we find something else. This one looks fine. So we'll add that to our folder. So now we have a couple of different search results in our folder. I'm going to go to folder at the top. I have 4 items. And at this point, I want to email these all to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and click select all, and then email. And I can pop in my email address, put in a subject, comments or whatever. And I can also email myself the citations. So I can go ahead and select something from the drop-down menu. I'm going to choose MLA. Now when I receive these as an email, they'll be formatted in MLA format. Since these were all full text, I'm also going to get the PDF as an attachment, and those will come separate. So if I am getting 4 different articles, I'll get an attachment for each of those articles. So I'll get 4 articles, 4 emails. I think that's pretty basic information about searching and getting the articles. If we go back to the search results, there are limiters, again, faceted limiters over on the side, so you can narrow things down. Some quick ones are scholarly or peer-reviewed. So that drops us down to about 6,000 results. You can also move the date slider to change the date range, or you can type something in. So if I want stuff only since 2000, I can select those and that'll update the information. My limiters then show up here at the top of my refine results area. So if I wanted to remove a limiter for anything, I can do that at that point without having to completely clear my search results. There's also different source types, subject headings from thesaurus. There's sometimes a couple different thesauri used. So you can see we've got thesaurus term and subject for some reason. Geography. This isn't always helpful because sometimes articles don't specify that they're in the United States only, but it can sometimes be useful. And this will tell you which publication it's coming from. Again, can be useful information, but sometimes not necessary. So that's really, really quick information about searching the databases. I'm going to follow up with a Boolean search tutorial at a later point, but that's all for just finding the articles and getting the full text.